Have you been feeling bored in the last few months with so little to do during quarantine? We know how you felt, which is why today we're bringing you the solution to that problem. Welcome to Binge TV, and today we'll be taking a look at 10 Netflix shows and originals that you can binge right now. Don't forget to subscribe to Binge TV and turn on notifications for more great videos like this one. 10th place, Black Mirror. In the 10th spot of our list, we have Black Mirror. Known as the least forgiving, most bitter, and at the same time entertaining sci-fi series on Netflix, Black Mirror shows you the worst possible scenario of technology with a new cast on every episode. This dystopian science fiction anthology was created by Charlie Brooker and is run by himself and Annabelle Jones. By presenting us with high-future cynical stories of how technology can go wrong when it falls into the wrong hands, it casts a strong social commentary examining modern society and the unanticipated consequences of new technologies. The title itself, Black Mirror, refers to the way cell phone, computer, and television screens look when they're turned off. With award-winning actors and directors, Black Mirror quickly became one of Netflix's most popular original series. 9th place, Dope. Next up, we have Dope, an American documentary and also a web television series that has been on air since 2017, with 3 seasons composed of 12 episodes in total. This series is basically a long documentary about production, logistics, sale, and consumption of drugs. Camera teams follow law enforcement as well as users and dealers of various drugs to make the show as accurate as possible. In fact, during the shooting of an interview with a group of drug dealers from Beek, Netherlands, for the 3rd season of the show, local police invaded their home and arrested them in while the camera was rolling, making it one of the grittiest episodes of the documentary. The 2 filmmakers present were interrogated but released shortly after. According to the police, firearms found on the table were fake, as well as a large portion of the alleged drugs. If that's not legitimately terrifying, then we don't know what is. 8th place, Orange is the New Black. Next up, we have Orange is the New Black, another of Netflix's most famous originals due to how it portrays the realities of being in prison and the harsh, dramatic plot lines both inmates and guards experience while in there. Based on the novel of the same name, Orange is the New Black is based on the true story of Piper Chapman, a PR executive who was committed to a minimum security jail for her past crimes. The show follows Piper as she transitions to jail life and meets a variety of quirky inmates, including her ex-girlfriend, who helped engage Piper in criminal life. This one's so good that it is, in fact, Netflix's most watched original series and has been widely acclaimed during its run. It has received many awards, including 12 Primetime Emmy Award nominations, including Outstanding Comedy Series, Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series, and Outstanding Directing for a Comedy Series. And that's not even getting into its other notorious awards. Let's just say that it has 6 Golden Globes, 6 Writers Guild of America Award nominations, and even a Peabody Award thanks to its original plotline. In 2013, the series aired and ran for 7 seasons, with the final one released on July 26, 2019. 7th place, Altered Carbon. The next original we'll be taking a look at is Altered Carbon, a high-concept sci-fi with such beautiful photography that it's an eye candy to look at every moment. This series is set to take place 300 years in the future, in a world where people are nothing short of immortal. Technology allows them to store their consciousness on a disk-like device known as a stack, which enables them to switch bodies at will. However, there was a revolution against this possibly immortal society, led by a group called Inboys, who believed true death was the only thing keeping the world from becoming hopelessly corrupt and destructive. The group's sole survivor was Takashi Kovacs, who had his mind imprisoned for centuries until Lawrence Bancroft, a wealthy businessman, sets him back up and offers to resurrect him as himself if he can solve Bancroft's murder. Yep, the plot sounds convoluted from the start, but trust us, you'll love it, and more so if you're a science fiction fan. 6th place, Atypical. Atypical is not your typical family sitcom, no pun intended. This lighthearted but still very serious comedy series presents us with a coming-of-age plot filled with likable and flawed characters alike who center around a high-functioning autistic teenager. The show explores the whole situation of having an autistic son and redefines what is and what is not normal in the modern world. Sam is the main character, played by Keir Gilchrist, whose pursuit of love serves as the foundation of the series' plot. Michael Rappaport and Jennifer Jason Leigh play as Sam's parents, while Bridget Lundy Payne portrays his supportive sister. 5th place, Rust Valley Restorers. Next up, we have Rust Valley Restorers, a Canadian documentary series produced originally for History, though it's still distributed by Netflix and presented as a Netflix original show. This documentary series of 3 seasons presents us with the story of one of the most unique car communities in the world, Tappan, British Columbia, also known as Rust Valley, nestled in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. This massive junkyard, filled with acres upon acres of old and abandoned cars, is managed and restored by a group of charismatic men who use their knowledge to restore, trade, and sell classic cars. We see Mike Hall, the owner of Rust Bros Restorations, and a rock blaster who began collecting cars in his teens, and decades later he owned over 400 parked on his property near to the Trans-Canada Highway. He tried to sell both the cars and his property in 2016, but received no offers. When he raised the price in 2017, the story went viral and he received phone calls from prospective buyers. This interesting look at another type of life is what makes this series so unique. Don't miss out on it. 4th place, Bojack Horseman. Next up, we have Bojack Horseman, one of the most critically acclaimed Netflix animated shows after its first season due to how, despite being a cartoon show about walking and talking animals, realistically portrays mental health issues like depression and all the situations that sprout from it. The show is about the eponymous Bojack Horseman, a washed-up 90s sitcom star from the show Horsin' Around who's trying to find happiness and finish a successful comeback to fame. In this show, anthropomorphic animals are the main characters, and it gets much of its admittedly hilarious humor by playing off of stereotypes associated to the animals. For some reason, the show can go from hilarious to absolutely depressing and hard-hitting in just a few seconds and lines. You'll cry and laugh so much you'll forget this is just a cartoon. 3rd place, The Crown. The Crown is regarded as one of the best shows on television for a reason, as it's by far the most well-done and acclaimed British period piece that follows Queen Elizabeth II across different periods of her life, beginning with her 1947 marriage to Prince Philip of Edinburgh. It's praised due to its acting, production, and historical accuracy, seeing the recast of several main characters from season to season, yet still maintaining the same quality in each and every one of them. 2nd place, Cursed. In the 2nd spot of our list, we have Cursed, a series based on the best-selling book of the same name, which reimagines the legend of King Arthur through Nimue. If you know a bit about Arthurian legends, you'll know that Nimue is the Lady of the Lake, and in this series, we see her struggles upon preparing to bestow Excalibur upon Arthur in the future. After her mother's death, Nimue finds an unexpected partner in Arthur, who is a humble mercenary on a quest to deliver an ancient sword to the wizard Merlin. This witty coming-of-age story reimagines a classic, while also providing some provocative themes of its own. Definitely worth watching. 1st place, Cobra Kai. Though Cobra Kai was originally a YouTube Red series, it has since moved and been labeled by Netflix as an original, and its following seasons will be produced by Netflix too. The sequel to the iconic Karate Kid franchise picks up 30 years after the 1984 All-Valley Karate Tournament, where we find out how Johnny Lawrence, the bad guy from the first movie, attempts to redeem his epic loss by reopening the infamous Cobra Kai dojo, prompting the return of the now successful Daniel Russo, his eternal rival. Filled with action scenes and insightful reflections on life and balance, Cobra Kai definitely does not disappoint. So, have you watched any of these Netflix shows yourself? If not, what are you waiting for? Let us know what you thought about our recommendations in the comments below. And also, don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you next time.